waiting to have an orgy because this couple is so good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick.
Because everybody knows that you would never speak about Akaash in the same way, so. Hey guys, today we're gonna be covering Jasleen appearance on Flagrant made things 1000% worse for Akaash, covered by Poetik Flakko. This girl cannot stop embarrassing Akaash no matter what. It's literally her role in his life at this point when it's the opposite of what a wife should be. But yeah, let's get into it.
Akaash and his wife were guests on Flagrant, and they finally addressed the controversy. Now, if you plan on watching Flagrant this week so you could understand or finally receive a serious conversation from Akaash and his wife, don't waste your time, bro. All right, this was malarkey. This was buffoonery. This was just a spit in the face to everybody who's been following this situation, bro. They came on Flagrant, and they told nothing but lies and gaslit everybody.
Brother, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You can't last few weeks. Tell us what's been on your mind,
Dude,
what's been on your heart.
I'm so glad you asked me, man. It's been really hard for me.
It's hard for you?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Jasleen Singh is in the building. She wants vengeance. Security is here.
Why is she even here? Yo, if I wanted a full podcast episode of Jasleen, I would just watch her insufferable podcast, bro. Why is she even here? The only redeemable thing about her being here is if she actually comes and have the conversation and has a serious one at that. But if she comes and the first thing out of her mouth is a lie, now I feel just disrespected. I feel like my time is being wasted.
Yep.
You said that there was a rotation of guys.
A roster. Yeah, what is a roster?
What does that
mean to
Okay,
you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
Yes.
I was, yeah, you know. Okay,
Yeah.
so I was,
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You could have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you
Look, I went to a private religious school as well. You will never hear the shit that she said come out of my mouth, let alone say the word roster to describe people that I'm talking to. That's just disgusting on another level. Like, come on. Like, you gotta have some level of class, especially with where you guys are now as a couple and the reputation you guys have. But no, you're just making it look more worse for yourself. Like, not only are you talking like this, but you are also someone that went to Catholic school. So like, where is this behavior coming from? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Like because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah, literally.
Now
Throughout this entire episode, she kept saying, oh, I only made out with these guys. I only made out with these guys. I'm a prude. I made out with these guys. But that's a literal lie. Like, that's just a flat out lie.
The amount of shit she's been handed, like, on a platter because Akaash was able to make the amount of money that he's making. Like, she doesn't even think twice about what she does now because, like, to her, it's like, oh, I have this, like, lavish lifestyle now that my husband's making this much money and lets me disrespect him. So, like, I kind of have, like, nothing to, like, worry about. So I'm just gonna keep messing around and talking bad on him. Like, come on.
If your man is weird about periods, that's a red flag. Break up with him immediately, no pun intended, because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable, I get that. And I was like, oh great, good news, my period ended, like we can like have fun tonight, blah blah. And he was going down on me. Like, wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And also, if you're like poking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over. And I swear to God, like I thought my period was done. He like looked at me with so much disgust, and I'll never forget that moment. Like I felt so ashamed and so dirty, and like he was like, how could you do this to me, and all this stuff. Ruined the night and like whatever.
First off, Akaash, you can't be this stupid, bro. This chick is not a virgin. This is just what she's admitting to. So this whole I'm a prude, this super good girl, super virgin, only made out and flirted with guys in college. When I say roster, I'm talking about making out and flirting. While openly admitting outside the podcast on her own platform that this dude went down on her and they fooled around while she was on her period, I don't know a prude who's getting dugged out, who's getting ate out, who's getting finger banged on her period. This chick is not a prude. You can't be this stupid, man. And I don't even know like what's going through your mind that
too much proof out there. So in the end, he's just making himself look more ridiculous at the expense of his own income and the ability of him to be able to provide this lavish lifestyle to his wife. He is literally making shit worse for himself. But yeah.
Makes you believe this shit. This is what she's only admitting to. When she's in front of Akaash and his friends, she's trying to make herself sound a purist. Talk about kissing and making out, blah, blah, blah. Cut it out, man. And we already know by her own admission, he was poking around in there, finger banging her, eating her out, all type of watch was on her.
This shit is so disgusting. Like, really speaks to Akaash's manhood and how much of a disrespect he's willing to take. And at this point, the amount of disrespect he's getting from this whole situation is beyond repairable to his manhood. Like, it's actually clownery at this point.
Period. That mean that hymen is gone, bro. That hymen is broke. When he poking around, that hymen is broke, bro. He popping her. The hymen is gone. So Akaash only got her word that she's a virgin.
You could still be a really, really looked up to couple if you really like owned up to your shit. But no, it's just the total opposite. It's making you guys look more like clowns.
The orgy thing was, that shit was crazy. Yeah. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy happened?
For you and your partner and your life looks like, again, it's going to throw you into a spiral, so don't do that.
Yeah.
From Priya. Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband?
Priya,
She tried.
I'm actively trying.
The first word out of her homie's mouth was, she tried. She tried to have, she's been trying. She tried.
I didn't catch that.
This was a conversation they've never had on a podcast before. So she was trying to have this off camera, behind the scenes.
Oh, what is it? Like, with her, like, oh my God, like, it just gets more gross, like, the more emphasis there is on it.
Excuse.
Trying to have an orgy because this couple is so good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick.
Because everybody knows that you would never speak about Akaash in the same way. So, not at this point.
At least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if
it's thick.
That are so funny is, Akaash, I know Naveen hasn't or is the scammer, but have you been a scam before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, yeah.
Did you just call me a scammer?
Yeah, you are a scammer.
Yeah.
No, he's like, no, I know.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer
I'm
who
not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
What type of virgin who's never been with any other man other than her husband is daydreaming and fantasizing about an orgy with her friend's husband? Again, the first time it came up, the friend started screaming, she already tried. That means they already talked about this off air before it even came on a podcast. So this couldn't be a joke because you was already saying it beforehand.
So, okay, no, it hasn't.
Okay,
No, I still only one woman.
I can tell you that girl she was like kikiing ha-haing with, like, that same girl probably talks mad shit behind Jasleen's back, because no girl would be okay with their husband being talked about like that right in front of them. Like, yeah, she might be smiling and laughing with her on that podcast, but you know damn well like she's smack talking her.
No, that's what I thought was that's what I thought was missing in the whole orgy convo, is that he also gets to get some side.
I could have doubled my body count.
Yeah. Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical orgy?
Of course. Everyone should be included.
Wait, what?
Should be included.
Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical orgy?
Of course. Everyone should be included.
Yeah, of course. No jealousy whatsoever. Like, you can have him. Basically, that's what she said. You can have him. Oh my god. Crazy word.
Nah, but Akaash wants the dude.
Like, that's what they hear in their head. Like, she's basically saying you can have him.
Yeah. You think he can handle all 10 inches of Nav? You think you can take Nav down? Or is Nav taking it?
Come on, Nav's shorter than me. Who taking it?
Nav the bottom is dragging on the carpet.
Collecting dust.
Shout out Nav, bro.
Yes.
Shout out Nav. Okay, what the was that joke? Because I think for a lot of people, myself included, like I saw that and I was like, why would she even joke around about that?
Yeah.
With Akaash there, and like, what was the what was the backstory to that?
Now, looking back, like it's been pointed out to me, and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash.
Yo, this chick is good, man. This chick is amazing, man.
Not to like justify it, but just to explain, like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
But he didn't cross boundaries into embarrassing you to the point where it would get backlash. Like, you took it way too far.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality, so they're just seeing this one thing. So the orgy joke started with like,
you mean gross dimensions?
Akaash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like Akaash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever, because he's like really like, ripped or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey. Cut the. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's
I,
real?
I wasn't a virgin until I met him.
You never actually met an innocent girl before. Maybe he has met a lot of non-innocent women, but like, if you really know what an innocent girl is like, it's day and night different compared to what she said, like the stuff she's been saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd have been like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Because I would have been insecure about it. But I can be, not that I'm so secure, but with that joke, I'm like so secure.
Oh, I absolutely would feel insecure.
And I think stupidly, I was like, oh, it's an orgy, so it's all of us. It's not like
Yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah.
If you heard what this chick says about that orgy and you thought she was joking, you're out of your mind, bro. She said it before you got there, by the way. She told her friend, hey, I've been trying to convince y'all to let us have an orgy. Wow.
You're a grown-ass woman in your 30s, and you're talking like a 19-year-old. Nothing like that is laughable in a good sense. Like, at this point, they're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
I want y'all to have a... She was begging a friend to let her have an orgy with her husband, who just happens to be Akaash homie Nav. And then once Akaash got there, she asked Akaash again, hey, I'm trying to actively have an orgy.
No shame.
It was not a joke. And even if it wasn't, it was not Akash's sense of humor, bruh. I like to think that Akaash isn't going around, right, making orgy jokes with random women. If he was, he would be like a creep. And if he were doing it the opposite way, right, making orgy jokes with men, he would be a weirdo, all right? Now, she would say that Akaash did make a mistake that a lot of men usually do. Akaash kept on talking about how hot Nav was. Apparently, according to her, Akaash showed a dude picture to his trainer and said, I want to look like this. Yo, when you idolize a man that much in your your wife starts to look at that man.
Yep.
When you idolize...
Because you should be the man of the house. There should be no other man being talked about but yourself. And your family, your wife, should only be considered in these conversations. Anyone outside shouldn't be idealized whatsoever, Should be the other way around.
Man that much to where you talk about how hot he is, telling your trainer you want to look like him, you want to mimic him, your wife starts looking at that man as who she wants. Because if her husband is idolizing that man, why wouldn't she idolize him?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, a lot of you sports weirdos, right? Y'all got LeBron James jerseys, y'all got LeBron James posters hung up in your wall on your...
He's right.
I know. Because you want to F him. Now, she addressed why she don't kiss her husbands, why she hasn't kissed her husband at the wedding, why she didn't kiss her husband at the proposal, why she don't kiss her husband at all in public, and why she always curves him. Well, she addresses that as well. And here's what she had to say.
Nice. Okay, the other thing that we saw these videos of was the ducking the kisses. That was, those are, listen.
These ones piss me off.
Look good, Mr. Armstrong.
Oh my God.
On Saturday when I saw her, I said, Daria, do you know? And she said, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
She's a good liar.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
No, I don't want those gifts.
I know. Why not?
I don't care about, I like tangible goods. I don't care.
She's blocking, any contact to her neck. Oh my God.
I'm guilty of. I'm
These
guilty
ones-
of.
Intimate parts.
Yeah. And I didn't like it one bit, and I need you to explain
That's how
yourself to
you
me.
know how much she doesn't like him.
I'm guilty of. I'm
These ones
guilty of
pissed
that.
me off, and I didn't like it one bit, and I need you to explain yourself to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
so,
need to know.
Honestly, I
Also,
didn't,
can I just say that
Yeah.
I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would.
She said honestly, right? Okay, so what, have you not been honest the whole the whole time?
Die laughing because
No.
they edit it so perfectly where he's going in and then it just right at the last minute. But he's already got his lips pursed, so he gotta commit to the kiss.
Yeah, we gotta check out the Shifty edit right there.
That might have been Shifty.
Yeah,
Shifty
no.
might have been editing those.
Shifty made it.
Shifty?
Chef.
Anyway,
Those piss me off.
So tell us about the duck. Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even knew.
That's worse.
I never. I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like.
You really sat and thought about
Yeah,
it.
because I was like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy, despite what the internet thinks.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah, I think I overstimulated because Akaash does it a lot, like every 30 seconds. Like a little
This security
Akaash does
guard
it
got me weak, bro. Look at his smirk. Oh my God.
a lot, like every 30 seconds, like a little bit.
Let me ask a question, bro. Where was this shyness at? Where was this shyness at when she was talking about wanting to stick Akaash friend's 10-inch schlong down her throat during the orgy.
Yep.
Where was the shy?
There is no shyness, bro. She got zero shame. This is literally a pretend person. Like a person playing pretend.
This is like when Tinder first came out. There was no Bumble, there was no Hinge. I met this guy on Tinder, whatever. Like we were like just feeling like the vibes, and I stupidly was like, oh, you can sleep over, but like not really wanting to hook up that much, because again, for me, like I was just like, okay, maybe we can make out and just like whatever and cuddle. But then I guess he like wanted.
Was this guy Indian?
No, he was like Asian.
He took it very differently than, I've learned this translation.
Wait, what do you mean?
An Indian guy might understand what an Indian girl means when she says we're hooking up. It doesn't mean we're fucking.
There's something conservative.
I think most.
What the got your own inner language now? What the fuck is he talking about?
What an Indian girl means when she says we're hooking up. It doesn't mean we're fucking.
There's something conservative.
I think most American people
I was thrown off by her inviting him over. Because when I've been invited over, that usually means, oh, we're fucking.
No, I know. That was, again, stupid decision on my part. I was like 21. So it's like, I really just like, I don't know, like I just was making bad decisions all around. So it's like, but I was like, okay, like we'll kiss, whatever. I don't remember, honestly, I don't even remember too much, but I just remember him like trying to like sneak a finger. And I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But like then the next day, like it was like kind of feeling sore, but it wouldn't, like if it had been anything else, it would, that would have been a whole other story. It would have been like, it would have teared something,
Yeah.
So it was just like that.
So this was a creep pervert that was trying you. And the internet ran off with this crazy narrative of something completely different.
Yeah.
Yo, security.
At this point, like, whatever it is, whatever happened, right? No one was there. But you. Just keep it to yourself, yo. Like, I said this in my first video on the situation. You guys can check it out on my channel page. But, like, she just put too much out there. Like, this is one of the first things I said. She just put too much out there. Whatever it may be, the internet just does not need to know about this. And people just need to start, like, waking up to how much they're putting out there and how much, like, digital footprinting actually, like, affects you.
Like, vulnerable, wants to be gullible. I think Akaash has gotten to a point, man, where he just feels, hey, listen, man, he's in too deep.
He probably just numbed himself to everything at this point. But yeah, what can you do? I just want to get to the comments. I really want to see what people got to say about this. Akaash's face looks like he's dying inside. Yeah, because, like, deadass, he was staring at her the whole time. She was trying to formulate her answer. And you could just tell, like, he's like, girl, you gotta give me something to hold on to. Because, like, goddamn, like, the shit you said, like, you could just tell he was like, you really gotta give me something to hold on to. She came on and made it worse. Yup. Akaash doesn't realize that his homies are making this worse. No self-respecting man is in agreement with how bad she's making him look. Listen, if he was a real dude, like a real man, manly man, like he could have been, he would have not even showed up for this shit. He would have went silent, at least, like, in the position that he's in. What would have been good is for him to go silent for a couple months and then figure shit out with his wife, make sure this shit doesn't happen again, and then come back and just accept things for the way they are and just move forward and be better as people, Like, he could have done so many things, but instead he went back on a show with people that aren't really his friends and humiliated himself more. Because if you don't have self-worth, you don't really recognize the people that actually uplift you or don't uplift you. You only recognize the flaws within yourself. So you don't really understand what situations are going to make you look even worse or whatnot because you didn't work on yourself. You didn't do the work on yourself. So that's why self-worth is so important. I'm going to go back to this moral again. The same moral as, like, majority of the time, like, you know, when I've been talking about the situation. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, that's this whole situation for you. Have a good day. Bye bye.